at a place after going into Jericho. They said they would never get to Jericho. 40 years earlier, you'd never conquer Jericho. You'd never break through Jericho. And here they were doing what folks said they would never do. I see some folk here today, you did some stuff your family said you'd never do. You did some folk, ex-husband, ex-wife said you'd never do. You did some folk that the doctors said you'd never do. You've been able to achieve some things that if you had listened to the naysayers, you would never have done it. But because you had a sense that God was on your side, here you are this morning having baffled the expert and made the devil out to be a liar. Do I have a witness in the house? And so that's what the Israelites were feeling. And when you have this kind of sense of confidence, it's easy. And so when they went to Ai, they were overconfident. It's easy sometimes to get spiritually overconfident. I know we say I can do all things through Christ that strengtheneth me, but the key word is through Christ. You have to make sure that Christ is with you as you're doing what you're doing. But at Ai, the Israelites went forward without asking God how they were to fight this battle. And so they went based on what was good military strategy. They based on what they could see. And the Bible says because they did not ask God in Ai, they were defeated. But the blessing is that when you are going through this season of spring, you can spring forward. Even when you fall forward. Because the Bible says that when Joshua lost the battle, he fell face down in front of the ark. See, when you fall forward, look what happens. Your hand and you can get up. Has anybody fell forward? You didn't get knocked out. You didn't get really injured because you were in a spring season. You fell forward, and because you fell forward, that's why the Bible told Gideon to get up. Has anybody fell forward and you were able to get up because you fell forward and you still were in the presence of God? So the Israelites are at a time now, even when they fell, they didn't go to jail. Anybody, you fell, but you fell, but it didn't destroy your life. You fell, but God gave you another chance. You fell, but by some miracle, you fell forward. That's why when you play football, at least if you get tackled, fall forward, Brother Ren. You never want to be hit backwards, but when life hits you, at least always keep on trucking so you can fall what? Forward. Can you look at someone and say, I'm a forward faller? And so the Israelites, Joshua was complaining, Joshua was hurt, and then because he fell forward, God gave him another chance. And so in chapter number 8, at the end of it, they began to thank God for all that he did. And in chapter number 8, they built an altar to be a witness of what God had done for them. I pray that everybody here, if you've fallen forward in life, if God's given you a spring season in your life, that you make sure that you are a witness, that when folk question how you've done what you've done, they will know it's because the God has been on your side. The Israelites were now in the land of Canaan. They were in the promised land. So they built an altar so that everybody around them could see that it was God that got them there. I'm glad that you wear Omega pins and Howard pins and Delta pins and AKA pins and Kappa pins and Alpha pins and Iota pins and Zeta pins. That's wonderful. So you want folk to know what fraternity, what Mason group, what civic group you're in. That's wonderful. But you also should have a pin that lets somebody know you're Jesus. To let you know when you walk in that wow, he got there, she got there because Jesus made a way.